Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to be learning how to make the Alpine halter top. So this top is worked up using the Alpine stitch, and for the materials you're going to use any size 4 yarn. This is Winter King. It's a 4-ply acrylic yarn, and you also need a 3.75mm crochet hook, a pair of scissors, and a darning needle to weave in your ends. So if you don't have a 3.75mm crochet hook, you can go for a 3.5. that is if your stitches are a bit loose, and if you're a tight crocheter then you'll need a 4mm crochet hook. So let's begin. This top is worked from top downwards, so we are going to start off with a chain of 27. So you're going to make a slip knot and you're going to make your chain of 27. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 and 27. So I have my 27 chains, and this is going to be a demonstration for a size small to medium. So for the larger sizes I would recommend 31 chains. So this is 27 for small to medium. Then you're going to chain 2 more. 1 2, that means we have a total of 29 chains, and you're going to go into the 4th chain from the hook. So 1 2 3, and into the 4th you're going to place your double crochet, and then keep double crocheting once into each and every chain. So we're going to count this chain 3 at the beginning of our work as a stitch. So go all the way across and you should have a total of 27 double crochets all the way across, including the chain 3 at the beginning of your row. This is row 1. So we're coming to the end of our row 1, and I'm placing my very last double crochet into the very last chain. Now let me just cross check with you guys. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 and 27. Sorry for the noise in the background. There's some construction work at the back of my office, so I'm going to just try to push through because I don't think they're stopping anytime soon. So I have my 27 chains, and if you made a total of 31 chains at the beginning, that's for the larger sizes, then you should have a total of 31 double crochets, because you chained 2 extras and then came back with a double crochet row. So we're going to row 2, and row 2 you're going to chain 1 and turn your work. You're going to place 2 single crochets into the very first stitch. The chain 1 at the beginning doesn't count as a stitch, so 2 single crochets into the very first stitch, and then 1 single crochet all the way across until the second last stitch. So we have reached our second last stitch, and we are placing our single crochet there, 1 single crochet, and into the very last stitch, which is on top of the chain 3, you're going to go in there with 2 single crochets. So 1 and 2. So this is the end of our row 2. Now we are going to row 3, and for row 3 you start off with a chain of 3, and that counts as our very first double crochet. Now we're going to do a front post double crochet in the very first double crochet from the previous row, the row before the second row. So the double crochet row, you're going to go in there with a front post double crochet. So after making your front post double crochet into the very first double crochet on the double crochet row, you're going to skip one stitch from the single crochet row. So this chain 3 is attached to the very first stitch here, so you're going to skip this one and go into the next one with a double crochet, a normal double crochet into the single crochet row, and then you're going to skip one stitch from the front post double crochet. So you skip one stitch from there and then go into the next stitch with one front post double crochet like that, and then skip one stitch from the single crochet row. So skip this one and then into the next, place one double crochet, and we are going to keep alternating between this. After the front post, skip one stitch and do another front post double crochet, and then skip one stitch at the back and do a normal double crochet. So we are alternating between this all the way across. I'm going to keep working so that you can see what I'm doing. So you can see in between each front post double crochet there's a stitch that was skipped in between. That is going to create the alpine stitch texture on our halter top. Oh, I forgot to mention that on row 1 you should have an odd number of stitches. So either 27 or 31 or 25, whatever you prefer for your fitting. So I'm going all the way across. So we're going to keep working this until we have 2 single crochets and 2 double crochets left. So I'm at that point. You can see I have 2 double crochets left and 2 single crochets left. So you're going to skip this double crochet and go into the very last double crochet with a front post double crochet. And then you're going to skip the second last single crochet. You can see it's this one, and then the last single crochet here, you're going to go in there with a double crochet. Okay, so this is what we have for our row 3, and row 4 we are going to repeat row 2. So chain 1, turn your work. Row 4 is the single crochet row, so you're going to place 2 single crochets into the very first stitch and then 1 single crochet all the way across until the second last stitch. So we're on our second last stitch and we are placing our single crochet there, and then into the very last stitch, which is the chain 3, you're going to go into the top chain and place your 2 single crochets there. So we are done with row 4, and then for row 5 is basically going to be the same as row 3. So chain 3, turn your work, and you're going to go into the very first double crochet of the double crochet row and place your front post double crochet like that. And now we are going to skip one stitch from the single crochet row. So not this very first one, you're going to skip the next one and then double crochet into the next like that, and then skip one stitch from the double crochet row, and you should be noticing that this time we are skipping the front post double crochet there, and then going into the normal double crochet with a front post double crochet, and then skip one stitch from the single crochet row and double crochet into the next stitch, and then front post double crochet into the stitch between the two front post double crochets. So in between this and this, you do a front post into the middle stitch, then double crochet after skipping one stitch on the single crochet row, and you're going to keep alternating between this all the way across. So you should also be noticing that as you go ahead to work your rows, your stitches keep increasing, and that's what we want because we are working a halter top. That means right now we are trying to create the coverage for our bust area as we go downwards. So it's alternating between a double crochet and a front post double crochet. All you have to know is where to place the front post double crochets. So that is going to create a very beautiful texture for our top. So you're going to keep working this until you have 2 stitches left on your row, on your single crochet row and your new double crochet row. So I've reached that point, and right now you can see 2 double crochets and 2 single crochets. So prepare for a front post double crochet and front post double crochet into the very last stitch like that, and then go into the very last stitch, skip over the second last stitch and go into the last stitch with 1 double crochet. And now we are going to row 6, and row 6 is going to basically be the same as row 2 and row 4. So it's the single crochet row, and we are going to keep alternating between these rows until you have the length of the top that you want. I'm going to keep working until I have the coverage that I need for my top, and I'll be letting you know how many rows that I did to work for my halter top. So alternate between row 2 and row 3, the double crochet row that creates the alpine stitch, and then the single crochet row that creates the increases. Keep alternating between those two until you get the length of the top that you want. I'll meet you guys back when I have mine ready. Alright, so I continued to work my alpine stitch until I had a total of 39 rows, and that is the length of the top that I want. My top measures about 11 inches. That's the rough estimate. And now we are going to be making the band at the bottom. This is how the back side of the work looks like. It's also pretty. You can actually wear it both ways if you would wish, but the textured part is my most favorite, the alpine stitch. So this is row 39 and I'm at 11 inches, and I very well know that from my collarbone down to my waistline where I want my top to stop, that is about 14 inches. So I'm going to work some more rows without increasing this time. I'm going to chain one, turn my work. So I stopped on row 39, that means this is row 40, and I'm going to place a single crochet into the very first stitch. I'm not going to increase this time because now I want my top to go straight, and I'm going to continue to single crochet all the way across, placing one single crochet into each and every stitch until the very last stitch. So row 40 doesn't have any increases, or whichever row you decided to stop on. As you increase, you should stop on an odd number of rows for the increases, so that once you start working your top to become straight downwards, you're starting from an even row, which is the single crochet row. So I've made it all the way across, and I've placed only one single crochet into the very last stitch. Now we're going to row 41, and you're going to chain 3 as usual, just like you would do for your odd rows. So this time you're going to go, you can see this second stitch is in line with a front post double crochet. That means it's going to get a normal double crochet. So now we have 2 double crochets here, and then we are going to do a front post double crochet in the double crochet below, and then 1 double crochet on top of the front post, then 1 front post double crochet into the normal double crochet from the previous double crochet row. So I hope I'm clear on that. We are basically doing the same exact thing, just that now we want our work to go straight without any increases on the sides. So keep alternating between front post and double crochet all the way across. I'll meet you guys towards the end of the row so that I show you how to wind up your 41st row. Alright, so we're coming to the end of our double crochet row, which is row 41, and I'm placing my front post double crochet here, and then a normal double crochet here. You should notice that you have 2 stitches left here and only 1 single crochet left here. You're going to directly go into that single crochet and place your double crochet, and you can notice you have 2 double crochets at the end and 2 double crochets at the beginning of your row before the front post double crochets. And now you're going to row 42, you're going to chain 1 and double crochet once in each and every stitch all the way across. So we're coming to the end of our row, and we are going to place one single crochet into the very last stitch, and then you're going to chain 3 and turn your work. This is row 43 now. For row 43, you're going to prepare for a double crochet, and we are going to place a front post double crochet in that second stitch, like that, and then skip 1 stitch at the back. Sorry, let me make this a bit neat, it's a bit loose. So you're going to go into the second stitch and place your front post double crochet, and then skip 1 stitch at the back and place a double crochet into the next, and then front post double crochet, and then 1 double crochet after skipping a stitch. So that's basically it. We are going to continue working this all the way across. So this is row 43. The even rows look the same from this point onwards. The even rows, row 40 and 42, are single crochet rows. You just place 1 single crochet into each and every stitch. And for the double crochet rows, you'll be alternating between row 41 and row 43. You can see row 41 starts with 2 double crochets and then a front post, and row 43 starts with 1 double crochet and then a front post double crochet. So that's the difference. You're going to keep alternating between these 2 rows for the double crochet rows until you get the length of the top that you want. This is going to be my very final row for my top. I don't want it to be so long, I want it to be a bit cropped. So let me go ahead and finish up this row, and I'll meet you guys back towards the end of the row so that I show you how to wind up row 43. So I decided to do some more rows, and this is row 45 right now, and you can see this is flat. So I'm going to do my final row as the single crochet. I'm going to end my project with a single crochet row because I believe the single crochet row is a bit tighter and it will make my work neater. So that means I'm ending with row 46. So let me go ahead and work this, and then I'll come back and show you what to do next. Okay, so after my single crochet row, this is what you should be having. You can see the edge is very neat. And now I don't believe this top needs an edging. I think the stitch itself creates a very good edging at the end, at the on the sides of the top, and so I'm not going to be making an edging for it. So from here I'm going to just make a simple chain of about 100. 5, and this is going to create our straps that are going to the back to make the tying at the back. Alternatively, actually let me do this. You can either create straps here and here and here and here at the base, and then create 2 straps at the top that go behind your neck, but I'm not going to do that. Let me chain 1 and cut my yarn. And then come to the top of my halter top, and that's where I'm going to be attaching the straps so that they are long enough to go to the back, make a crisscross, and then come and lace up these sides of the top. So I'm going to go here in this first corner and then single crochet here, And then I'm going to make a very long chain of about 250 to 300 chains, because you want it long enough to go to the back, crisscross to this point, and then come to this point down here. And then also this one comes to this point and then comes down to this point. If you've watched some of my videos before, you know how to do this. Let me go ahead and work my chain, and then I'll show you how to lace it up. So I have finished my 250 chains on this side. So I'm going to attach my yarn on this second corner of my halter top, attach with a slip stitch, and then you're going to single crochet into that same gap and make another chain of 250. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so I have my 2 straps ready, and you're going to turn your work to the wrong side, which is this side. You're going to grab the strap on this side and bring it to the opposite side, and you're going to lace it up in this corner here when we stopped increasing. At that point, there's a corner here and then there's one at the base. So I'm just going to place it like 2 stitches above, somewhere around here. 2 rows above the corner, sorry, not 2 stitches above, somewhere around there. And I'm going to do the same on this side. The corner is here, so I'm going to lace it up 2 rows above. Something like that. And now you're going to have an X at the back, and now you're going to bring this strap here and lace it up at the bottom of the opposite side, and then do the same. Bring this one here, and lace it up into the double crochet row at the bottom of the opposite side. And now you have your halter top ready to wear. I advise you to put something to stop these strings from passing through these points, so that they don't disturb you or jump out. I advise you to put some beads or anything that can stop the strings from coming through the stitches here. Then at this point, the halter top is going to be tied like this, and then you have some strings, you have some good length left if someone would like to play around with the design of the top. And this is how the front of our top looks like. I hope you guys liked it, and make sure to give it a thumbs up if you did, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.